Ever since Bioware released the very first reveal trailer for Dragon Age the Veilguard, people knew that this in all likelihood was going to be a monumental disaster. And with everything that's gone on with Bioware over the last several years, it's been clear and obvious that this is not the same studio that people loved over a decade ago. Everyone has gone, and nearly everyone that's come in seems to be focused entirely on identity politics instead of giving gamers what they actually want. And now that we're only a few days away from the official release of this game, we're starting to see some of the reviews, and when you go outside of the IGNs and the Access Media of the world, a lot of the people who are playing this are saying, yeah, there's some big warning signs here, and this looks like a massive mistake. Dragon Age the Veilguard, described as a piece of garbage and the tombstone of Bioware. And along with all of these things that are coming out, we're also hearing that, not exactly surprisingly, Bioware is doing everything they can to not give review codes to people who they don't think will be in their corner. And even with that being said, there have been some fairly big YouTubers who have come out and said, yeah, you should not buy this game. Even Skillip had a video he put out about a day ago that's got almost 1 million views already, essentially saying, yeah, every single interaction, it sounds like you're dealing with HR. And we could see some of the examples right here. New Dragon Age the Veilguard gameplay confirms game is ultra woke. And of course, when we found out that in the character creator you can have top surgery scars to help transgender people feel more included, you knew there were some big time red flags with this game. And now look at some of the dialogue that you have here. Neve and Tosh talking about the latter's identity. I think to say this game is extremely woke is a pretty safe bet. Also, I told you so. Some of my friends talk about not feeling comfortable in their own skin as a man, as a woman. And then right here, non-binary, I just said. And I'm going to use they instead of she from now on. And of course, here's some dialogue for you, and you've got your gender identity options when you're creating your character, because you need to be able to make your character transgender. You need to be able to declare that I'm transgender and I'm proud, because that applies to so many people who want to play this game. BioWare is dead, and the shills have killed it. Take a long, hard look into it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done. I'm getting there. I love who I am. Feels good to see the real me. Establishes transgender identity and unlocks new dialogue options in future conversations. That's what this entire game has been about. And when we found out that the game director, an incredibly woke activist who also happens to be trans, it might explain why some of this stuff is in the game. And what it really comes down to, it's people that just want to be entertained. They just want to play a game that is entertaining and not be slammed constantly with woke propaganda. And I saw Sophia Narwitz put this out, who, by the way, happens to be trans as well. Everything is too goddamn hand-fisted, and I'm tired of fantasy worlds existing as half-assed reflections of current times instead of actually being their own defined things. This writing is cheap and lazy, simply put. I think there's ways you could make these sorts of characters work, especially when you consider what the best fantasy and sci-fi stories shine a light on humanity's woes and or the human experience. But far too many writers can't properly do it to save their life. It's excruciatingly modern and in your face. This is a lesson that modern day game developers have refused to learn time after time after time. And when we saw from the beginning, right? When we saw from the beginning who was involved with the game, what they were focused on, the game director themselves. I don't remember exactly who this person identifies as. I know they're trans, but I don't know which side and who they were, what they are now. I don't know. But when you see these things, you see these things that creep out and, oh, we're really going to focus on this, we're really going to focus on that. Congratulations. Your audience doesn't fucking care. They just want a good game. And right now, when you look at Dragon Age the Veilguard, when you look at some of what the pre-sales and the interest have been, it truly does look like a disaster in the making for BioWare, and it's one of their own making. No one did this to them. The gamers didn't do this to BioWare. BioWare did this to themselves by focusing on shit the gamers, quite frankly, don't want in their games. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.